Good morning, everyone. We launched iHeartRadio just over a month ago on the 7th of September. So I just want to do a bit of a gauge here. Can everyone put up their hand that has heard of iHeartRadio? Right, that's awesome. And again, can you put up your hand if you've used it? Right, so by the end of this presentation, hopefully you'll understand a little bit more about what iHeartRadio is and the opportunities it brings to you as marketers. So iHeartRadio is much more than just a digital brand. It's an entertainment brand. It's about bringing music lovers, artists, and talent together. Now, I just want to talk you through some of the key drivers about why we launched it in New Zealand via TRN. As you probably know, radio has been really resilient. It's consistently represented 11% of the media market. But as consumers have had many more choices around what media they use, consumption patterns have really changed in radio. So despite new music platforms and new devices rolling out over the years, radio's reach is still really strong. In 2013, 78.3% of New Zealanders still listen to the radio every week. But over the years, our share of listening in the younger demos has declined. In 2002, 10 to 39-year-olds listened to the radio 24 hours per week. In 2013, it's just over 15 hours per week. As a media company, this was a really important trend for us to address. And digital really was that opportunity to turn around this trend. Penetration of internet-connected devices in New Zealand has increased massively. 60% of New Zealanders now own a smartphone, 19% of New Zealanders own a tablet, and 52% listen to music on their smartphone. So delivering a multi-platform solution was critical for TRN and a real opportunity for us to launch iHeartRadio into the New Zealand market. So what is iHeartRadio? So the key features of iHeartRadio is it's an all-in-one radio platform. It features the best of live radio, custom radio, and Perfect 4. iHeartRadio aggregates together the best of all live radio. So it has all of TRN's live stations, our sister company ARN's Australian stations, and Clear Channel's 1,000 live stations. That's a huge amount of content and variety, everything from pop to rock, talk, and sport. So there's pretty much something for everyone. Custom radio is all about creating a radio station just for you. So you seed it with an artist or song, and then it creates you an endless stream of music. You teach it what you like by giving it thumbs up and thumbs down. If you thumbs up a song, it goes, great, I know you love this song, I'll play more like that. If you thumbs it down, it goes, awesome, I know that too, I won't play any more like that. You can always also use the Discovery Tuner to tune your station based on your music discovery preference. So whether that is, I want a familiar artist, a mixture of artists, or a wide variety of artists, you can tune it to whatever you like. Custom radio is quite different to other on-demand music services like Spotify. With Spotify, you have to sit there and create your own playlist by adding songs to that playlist, and then when you want to update it, you need to add the songs again. With iHeartRadio and Custom Radio, you create a stream today, and then in 4 weeks' time when you come back, it will have the latest artists and music added to it. So you don't need to do anything. There's no effort. The platform does it for you. And Perfect 4 is an activity and mood-based radio station. It basically knows what time of day it is, and then it serves you up different streams based on activities and moods. So no matter whether you're going out for a run or you're trying to study, there is music to match your mood. So iHeartRadio is all about connecting listeners with the music they love via 16 million songs, 400,000 artists, and over 1,000 live radio stations, and 850 Perfect 4 stations. So no matter what you're looking for, you should be able to find something you want to listen to. So now I just want to talk you through some key US highlights. The service was launched in the US 2 years ago with the iHeartRadio Festival. It's built on an ecosystem made up of the web, the mobile apps, social, multi-screen proposition, and live streaming events. They've delivered enormous numbers. In 2 years, they've delivered 33 million registered users, 180 million downloads of the mobile app, and 5.7 million likes. And they've built this all using their own channels at Clear Channel. So that's amazing in terms of showing the power of radio, and they've invested very little else above the line. This has resulted in it being one of the fastest growing digital services. It took just 602 days to reach 30 million registered users, faster than other brands like Twitter and Spotify and Pandora. And they delivered 51% brand awareness in just 1 year. So a lot of people ask me, what has this done to radio listening? Well, the real positive is in the US, they have doubled their total digital listening via the platform, while terrestrial radio has remained flat. So what this means is that overall radio listening has grown, and it's really because iHeartRadio has made radio more accessible. But not all radio listening is the same. The internet really changes the listening patterns, actually much like the TVNZ on-demand service. What you can see here is that the listening patterns are different. The internet peak is during the day when people are at work, and this really complements broadcast radio. So a typical use case in the US is people get in their cars in the morning, listen to their favourite breakfast show because they really have that strong connection with their local breakfast show host and want to hear the latest news. And then when they get to work, they turn on their PC, they open up iHeartRadio and continue to listen to their favourite breakfast show. And then sometime in the afternoon, they'll flick over to custom radio for a different music listening experience. And then again, on the way home, they'll turn on their favourite local station in the car. So by delivering a multi-platform solution, we have been able to let consumers listen to radio wherever they're living their lives. And it's quite interesting when you overlay web and mobile listening across the week. What you can see here is mobile listening is quite consistent. In fact, it dominates the weekends, much like it did on TVNZ. And I've just seen some metrics from our last month of stats, and mobile is a huge amount of our usage. In fact, it's over 50% on custom radio. So mobile is really making a huge difference to the way people listen to radio now. And the iHeartRadio listener isn't quite as young as you think they might be. In fact, the average age is 37, and that's really driven by the breadth of radio stations that are delivered over the platform. So that's pop, rock, and talk. They're all quite different segments out there. The audience tends to be very socially active, and they spend 8.3 hours per month listening to iHeartRadio. There's a huge breadth of advertising opportunities off iHeartRadio. And these are branded digital stations, mobile, web, events and exclusive content, and rich data and targeting. So one of the key opportunities as an advertiser is to create a branded digital station. Now this is programmed to be an extension of the brand or the proposition. So it has its own music, it has its own hosts, it has its own content, and it has its own brand ads. A really good example of this is in the US, Pepsi used their digital station to amplify their Live for Nan campaign. It basically had the latest summer tunes and some great messaging around Pepsi and why you should drink it this summer. They took it out to all their events and was featured on their website. Another example is Dunkin' Donuts. They used theirs slightly more tactically. It was brewed to go radio. It had really upbeat morning music, and it really drove people to download their coffee app and go to store to buy their coffee. Mobile. The iHeartRadio mobile app allows you to serve advertising anywhere, anytime. And what you can see on the screen there is pre-roll video. There's also a number of other options like banners and audio, so you can reach your consumer no matter where they are. Also, the web offers a large number of options. You can have homepage takeovers, you can have banners, you can have in-stream spots, you can have integrated promotions. And so an example here is HP did a promotion around the Wanted, and they took it right through all the channels. So they had it on the web, they had it on the mobile, they had it on air, they had it through digital and social and on the street. And we have the ability to offer advertisers events and exclusive content. And a really good example of this is the launch we did for iHeartRadio just over a month ago. We launched iHeartRadio with a free Lord concert, and we used our own channels to promote that. So it was on air, it was online, it was talked about by our hosts, it was promoted through social and on the street. And we delivered some amazing results. So we delivered over 25,000 registered users. We had over 5,000 people attend the concert, and the tickets went faster than Beyonce. We had over 7,000 people watch the live stream. We had 3,000 tweets, and we were the #1 trending topic on Twitter that night, ahead of the All Blacks versus Argentina. So this is what makes us different in terms of an advertising proposition versus other on-demand music services. We can offer you an integrated campaign. It goes through all our different channels: iHeartRadio, on air, online, social, and on the street. And we can offer this through either an integrated campaign or in conjunction with an event. And lastly, rich data for targeted solutions. So it's a digital platform. It has a huge amount of data in the back end that can help with targeting more effectively the consumers that you're after. So for registered users, we can target to age, gender, postcode, and music preference. So in the back end, we're collecting a huge amount of behavioural data about what music people like. And so it gives you a deeper level of targeting than just age and gender. And so why might you want to add iHeartRadio to the media mix that you're considering? Well, research in the US has shown that online listeners are the most engaged because they're listening both online and on air. On-air and streaming campaigns improves response rates, and across all the different imagery types on iHeartRadio, they deliver above industry benchmarks. So hopefully you all have a better understanding of what iHeartRadio is. Thank you.